football trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illabuk. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Illinois' offense will go on the attack first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. DB's right up on the receivers. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illabuk, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets and, most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Breaks the tackle. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down?
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Makes the grab on the left.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And he's still trying to get away, and he will not. Oh, what a terrible play. Where did he think he was going? Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up?
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. UCF is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things inside the bounce house. Trust me when I tell you that. On the field and off it. They're trailing by just 4 to Arizona State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
Lost to throw again. Snagged out of the air. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I mean, 4th and goal, and what does he do? He makes plays. This is why quarterbacks with this kind of athletic ability are so hard to stop. Big-time money down on 4th down, and the quarterback makes the play for you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got the tight end outside. Breaks away on the left. Ripped off a huge shunt play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Looking to the big tight end. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. It's Hurley. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires on the move. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Illinois is on the line, and already Ohio State and Illinois have given us some stirring moments.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Runs through a tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on. Some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen.
Breaks into the open. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball...
Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the 2nd half.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Potts. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by David.
Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fighting off the defender. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
With the catch, it's Peters. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the outside. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air, it's Carter. Got his man in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Now on the return. Slips through the line. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And how about the day this freshman quarterback has had running the offense? And he's thrown it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete on the right side. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Complete out of the backfield. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Wants to bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And this young signal caller is turning it on. He's at the and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Arkansas was anything but dominant today, but the Hogs are going to leave Razorback Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Finds his tight end.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
They boot it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the toss. Creates a little room. Picks up the 1st down. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll run the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Carter. Here comes the heat. And to throw it before he wanted.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And we've seen a tremendous show from this freshman behind center. And the QB has more than had his weight as lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
At the 40, there he goes. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.
Hardly unusual. It is a trophy that many aren't even aware exists, but Ohio State will once again take home the second oldest trophy in the Big Ten, the